Sometimes you feel like maybe it's not my thing, it's for poor people and all that. It doesn't have to do with money. It doesn't have to do with your financial status or anything. Low self-esteem is an in thing. Something that happens right inside you, not something people see often. It's something that you deal with inside you. So I want us to relax as we talk about it. Welcome to today's segment on Safe and Safe Heaven with Ogo. And today we're talking about low self-esteem. The last time I told you we'll be talking about it, we need to, lay it plain for everybody to understand it. And I told you it's one of the major side effects of an abuse of any form, child abuse of any form. What is low self-esteem? If you ask me, low self-esteem is a negative view about oneself. Not believing in your abilities, not believing in yourself. Sometimes you feel like maybe it's not my thing, it's for poor people and all that. It doesn't have to do with money. It doesn't have to do with your financial status or anything. Low self-esteem is an in thing. It's something that happens right inside you, not something people see often. It's something that you deal with inside you. So I want us to relax as we talk about it. So low self-esteem, always feel unloved, incompetent, and doubt generally. And we have causes. I said earlier, abuse and trauma is one of the causes of low self-esteem, most especially neglect and verbal abuse. One, parental influence. Sometimes the words you speak to your children, at the end of the day, it's like a seed. When it grows, what's the fruits they're getting from it might be low self-esteem. So, and again, is social influence. Again, maybe you see a child that is well loved at home, but being bullied in school, maybe because of their face, the way they look and all that. You find out that a child, at the end of the day, hardly, mingle with other children. They hardly build this social network with others because they don't want to explain themselves. They don't want to tell you why they're looking that way. So maybe their own safe place is just at home. And when they are outside, they don't want anything. And some will tell you, I don't like to mingle with guys. I don't like to mingle with girls. I'm telling you this thing from a first-hand experience. And you find out probably why they choose a particular gender is because the other gender is kind of, more of criticizing that child. And when they grow up, they choose where they want to feel safe with. So you see that it can happen to anybody. Another one is unhealthy relationship. If you're in a relationship where you're constantly reminded that you are a failure, being criticized, you find out that right inside you, something is going on. You might not really show it, but okay, let's talk about the signs so you know if you're dealing with low self-esteem. One is always criticizing yourself. You always blame yourself why things don't work out the way it should be. Why did it happen? Oh God, I should have done it this way. You always have to blame yourself. That is one sign of low self-esteem. Then you are people pleaser. You know why? You don't like to lose people. You don't like to, you always want to please people. You want to go up and overboard just to make people happy. You hardly recognize your own, your own burden. You hardly go out for your own self. You would do anything for anybody, but hardly would you do something for yourself. And overly apologetic. You are always apologizing. You don't want to offend people. You don't want to step on anybody's toe. You just want everybody to be in peace and all that. Then you are overly defensive. Yes, you're used to criticism, so you don't want it. You don't like it coming around you. Everything should be, balanced. Not always defensive, not always apologetic, not always trying to please people. Be able to recognize your own problems and deal with it. Then you are afraid of failure. You want everything to be perfect. You don't want people to say this is not right. You are afraid of failure. Now, one thing I want you to understand is that we are